Okay, so we've all heard those stories about certain criminals who may not have really thought things through when carrying out a crime.
Yeah, for instance, police say this guy, Andrew Markham, surrendered to authorities after he commented on Facebook on his own wanted photo posted by the sheriff's office.
Police say this man, Donald Harrison, posted this selfie on Facebook after assaulting a woman. Yes, he's on a bus telling all of social media where he's headed. Authorities arrested him shortly after that.
And then there are these guys. Police say they broke into a restaurant, stole a cash register, an entire surveillance system, and a large bowl of macaroni salad. Police say on their escape route, they took turns eating the macaroni salad and they left a trail of it. So it wasn't too hard to track them down.
Well, the guys in the next story we want to share with you were in a similar situation. They were caught on surveillance cameras, but as they ran off, they too left behind a critical piece of evidence that had cops right on their trail.
2 kicks and they're in.
I was still like in a daze, to tell you the truth. I was like, dang, what happened?
Francisco Rios and his family came home from a reunion to find their house in shambles.
And the way they ran in here, you see in the video, it's, you know, anything could have happened.
A pair of burglars stole collectible Michael Jordan sneakers, electronics, and an entire safe.
I was just thinking, I hope nobody's in here because there's going to be a struggle.
The thieves were in and out in just minutes and were somehow able to subdue 2 dogs. The burglars ripped off an estimated $6,000 worth of items. But what they may not have realized is they left behind a crucial piece of evidence.
They're dumb. I mean, you know, what else can you say? I mean,
Rios says the 2 men bought a sandwich and fed it to the dogs to calm them. But the guys dropped their receipt.
I mean, at that time, I didn't put it together.
The piece of paper not only contains a timestamp of their visit to the sandwich shop, but it also includes credit card information that'll help police find who's responsible.
It's going to come back and bite them. They're on their trail.
Police were able to get a better image of the suspects from the subway, which is where they bought the food. The image helped police determine that there were 3 suspects now, not 2. As for how they dropped the receipt, well, police say one of the suspects was rummaging through his pockets and it just fell out.
I have no words, nothing. Well, somebody else who has also seen his fair share of interesting criminals is Lieutenant Tim Robinson with the Wycomico County Sheriff's Office. You have a new batch of criminals for us,
Yes.
or fugitives.
Yes,
but
some
first,
more people, yes.
But first, we'll get to
Okay.
that. What do you think? I mean, those guys have to have you shaking your head.
You know, thank goodness sometimes we're not dealing with rocket scientists because our job would be a heck of a lot harder. It reminds me of a story. We had a guy recently commit a burglary here in the Salisbury area, and he dropped his car keys while he was in there. And on his car keys was his gym tag at a local gym facility. And with the cooperation of that gym facility, it was very easy to find out who the tag came back
there.
to.
You just scanned it, popped right
Found
up.
him real quickly.
Okay, so you brought a new batch of fugitives with you.
I brought 6 more individuals, and I'm hoping your viewers are going to help us find.
All right, let's get started with Kurt Thomas Barnes Sr.
Mr. Barnes is wanted in a connection with a child support case. He's failed to show up. If you know where Mr. Barnes is, we last believe him to be up in the Seaford, Delaware area. So contact Crime Solvers so we can get him brought in.
All right, what about Eugene Bowen?
Mr. Bowen is also wanted in connection with child support. So if you know where he is, please contact Crime Solvers right away.
All right, moving on to Tyreka Chandler.
She is wanted in a case where she failed to appear for a trial where she had been charged with forgery and related charges. So if you know where she is, please contact Crime Solvers. Again, we believe her to be right here still in the Salisbury area.
Now you also have Carol Quillen.
Carol Quillen, she's an interesting case because she was actually convicted of theft. She was sentenced to a period of incarceration. She was given some time to get her affairs in order and given a report date to the county jail, and she didn't show up.
She didn't show up.
To begin her period of incarceration. So that's automatically triggered a warrant that's charging her with escape in the 2nd degree. So if anybody knows where Miss Quillen is, please contact Crime Solvers right away. All
right, let's move on to Marvin Walker.
Marvin Walker, he is wanted in connection with a theft case and also with a 2nd warrant with CDS charges. So we have 2 warrants for Mr. Walker. We believe him to be up in the Delmarva, Maryland area for any of our viewers up there. If anybody knows where he is, please contact Crime Solvers right away.
And he also goes by Melvin.
Yes, he also goes by Melvin.
All right, last but not least, Eric Wilson.
Eric Wilson, he is a special profile this week because we profiled him before. He has relocated to the Roanoke, Virginia area. Some of your viewers knew Mr. Wilson, called us and gave us specific information where we could find him. He, with the help of authorities there, he was taken into custody. He was booked into the jail down in Virginia. He was released from that facility with the understanding and promise to Virginia authorities he would come and turn himself in on our charges. Well, he didn't do that.
I would have thought.
No, yeah, he you know, sometimes these people just aren't the most trustworthy to begin with. So he didn't do that, and the warrant is still good because it was never served. And if any of your viewers know whether if he is still in Roanoke, if he's gone somewhere else, please contact Crime Solvers so we can get him brought back in again.
And if you want to see these pictures again, of course, you can see him on Facebook.
You can see him on Facebook. And also going along with that story, we've seen people that have been profiled on Facebook get tagged in these pictures and shared on their own pages. Hey, one was, I saw the comment was, "Hey dude, is this you?" So, and it's kind of interesting to see that.
But if you want a cash reward, you need to call the number.
Yes, don't send it. I mean, we'll take the tip through Facebook. But if you want a cash reward to get in that pipeline, the number is 410-548-1776. That number is answered 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Call, get some cash, tell us where these people are.
All right. Thank you so much, Lieutenant. And if you want to see this batch of fugitives, go to WBOC.com and click on our picture at the top of the page. Okay, so we already showed you what they're calling the dumb criminal, but this next crime takes it to a whole new low.
Lieutenant, we're going to have to get your reaction on this one.
Along this quiet cul-de-sac,
I said, how could this be happening to me?
a mysterious crime that's left a family stunned and angry.
This is my house. You know, somebody's in my house I'm not supposed to be. And again, I was furious. When I first came in...
Ed Sowers walked through his front door the same way he has for 25 years. But what he discovered on the other side is hard to believe.
And he said, well, I'm here for the microwave. I said, well, no, you're not. This is my house. I'm not selling anything. So I walked around the corner and I saw that my appliances were gone and the cabinets and stuff were open, and so I immediately knew what had happened.
Sowers says this man, captured on a neighbor's surveillance camera, broke into his home, stayed for days, then listed the family's pricey household items and appliances for sale on the internet.
You know, the washer and dryer used to be there.
So did a brand new stove and refrigerator. The thief even sold a mattress and much more. Losses totaling thousands of dollars.
Well, the money is not the issue. It's the violation. The fact that somebody would come in and take over like that and just blatantly live in my house and have a yard sale, you know, right out of my front door.
Sowers' family recently moved.
And he took some blankets and pillows and made himself at home.
And his father had been staying in the house just days before the uninvited crook moved in.
You know, I shudder to think that if he was here and they broke in and did something, you know, I mean, he's 84 years old.
Sowers is happy his family is safe, but he says he hopes the man responsible will be found and held accountable for such a bizarre crime. Now, the family wasn't home because they had just bought a new house and was getting ready to sell the property that was burglarized. So, Lieutenant, thoughts?
Amazing. Amazing what these people are coming up with. Think of this person use the ingenuity for good where he may have taken himself. But does remind me, we had an incident very similar to this a few months ago where a subject had broken into a house that had been foreclosed on. Everybody knows sometimes these houses will sit vacant for 2-3 years. He had changed the locks and he was actually renting it out.
Oh my goodness.
He had a deed and everything. He was getting an income until the bank finally discovered. The bank sent somebody to do some work and found out that somebody was living there.
All right. Thank you, as always, for coming in.
You're welcome. Great to be
Monday. Here. Now, let's turn our focus to your home, starting with the roof. How's it looking? Maybe you're in need of a new one, but you just can't afford it right now. That's where Delmarva's Neediest Roof Contest comes in. Up next, find out how you can win a new roof without spending a dime.
Now let's move to the porch. With colder weather on the way, perhaps you think that your time spent on the porch is coming to an end until next spring. Not so fast. Find out how you can enjoy your porch year-round, no matter what Mother Nature brings our way. Delmarva Life will be right back.